There's an infamous picture on the internet that was taken while you were visiting Tupac in prison. And it's you, Tupac, Keiha Morris, and what I believe to be your wife or girlfriend.
At the time, Paulette.
At the time. Explain to me what that day was like, because everybody seemed happy in the photo.
We was happy. We was just, that would have been the day he cheated at the Monopoly, matter of fact. But we, I looked at the photo, and there was one thing that struck me because I didn't pay attention to it till years later. And if you notice, he has a hand around my shoulder. And I liked that. It really made me feel good. Because you always wonder, was it true that he didn't want me in his life? Then when you find out that that shit's not true, that he did want a father in his life, and that he expressed that in a lot of his music, a lot. And then for you to carry that lie, for you to perpetuate that lie for all those years, for whatever reason, is inexcusable. To get up on the document, he said, well, we thought it was legs, then we thought it was this guy, and then one says, well, I always thought it was Billy Garland, then I pop up on the screen. Just like I popped up in his life. Like Jasmine God said, he just popped up at my apartment. Yeah, really? Get the fuck out of here. That dumb shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like when I saw it pissed me off.
Yeah, it's your feelings. You have a right to feel the way you feel. Did you like Tupac's wife at the time, Keiha Morris, when you met her? And do you think that Tupac should have stayed married to her under the doctrine of he who findeth a good thing, findeth a wife, or vice versa?
Well, I feel bad saying this. They got married in prison. People came to visit Pac. You'll see by the visiting list, a lot of people at different times. But not everybody came all the time. He kind of figured that if I had someone here, I would get the fuck out of a 9x6 cell every day at 9 o'clock. Guaranteed. Because she would be in Dannemora. It's a little apartment they bought her. In fact, I gave her money because the company, Interscope, hadn't given him the money. And I said, how you doing? I ain't had no goddamn money, to be supporting or nothing, but I gave her like 100 or so. I just, here. She had a little apartment, no furniture in it. She was all right, but she was young. She was wide-eyed. I think she loved Tupac. But I don't think Tupac, knew what love was. He never consummated that relationship. That's why it was easier to get an all when he got out of prison. But I do think, I hate to try to diminish that relationship, but I think it was a marriage made for convenience in terms of getting out of that cell at 9 o'clock in the morning. Guaranteed. Because if people come to visit you, let's be honest, I started out many a time going to visit them, didn't get up there at 11 o'clock. Seen them, then shit happened. First time I went to see him, once again, Karen calls me. This is months after the quad shooting, he was sentenced. I didn't know if he wanted to see me. Karen called me, said, Pac, I want to see you. I was happy as a pig and shit. I rented a car. I must have been doing 100 on 87 going to Dannemora. I got a ticket. I got it there. $200-something for speed to see this guy because I wanted to see him so bad. You don't know if you're going to get out that cell at 9 o'clock unless you can guarantee someone's there. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that's why he married her. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying it's tad convenient to have someone there to make sure this happens. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to this girl. I mean, I haven't seen her since. Matter of fact, I did see her. I saw her at Giant Stadium. And this was after the trial in the Feeney. And she walked by me and cut her eyes at me. I was shocked. I guess she had bleeding down.
So you saying that you seen Keiha Morris
at a Giant, one of them black football teams, like Grambling, somebody.
College football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing.
And you said
basically. And the parking lot where they have the cook and the food and everybody's out there.
Tailgating.
Tailgating.
Right.
She was walking with her crew, and I was walking. I said, "Hey, Keisha," didn't turn to her head and didn't speak. I was like, "Oh shit, another one." I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Well, I guess people believe what they believe. You know, like you said, I came out of the woodwork, deadbeat dad. No doubt. Could very well have been deadbeat, but it was a reason. Get all your facts together before you judge.
Absolutely.
Please.
Yeah. But when the narrative, you know as well as I know, when the narrative is pushed
And that's
by
just
powerful
what,
people,
exactly.
and they can,
The judge believed her. If I'd had all those things that I showed you, the judge would have probably ruled 50-50. Their lawyer, big time New York lawyer. I had not too big of a time lawyer. Made it seem like I just popped up after Tupac died and wanted the money. And I was like, what about all the visits and all this and the lies? And that was my situation. But I never did an interview, so nobody believed me. Nobody understood that. This is really the first time. What's this, 27 years later? I'm saying some things that I never said. But I ain't taking this shit to the grave. I just ain't. People need to know, whether they believe it or not. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Excuse me, I'm sorry, kids might be watching this, but I really don't give a fuck, because you believe stupid shit anyway. You believe what you want to believe, but I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it the way I see it. And this is the way I see it.
And you're grown.
Too grown. Too grown.
I appreciate that.
Hey, man, I'm just happy. I mean, come on. No matter what, all the negative, all the bullshit, and all the other things that went along with this, all the lies, I'm still the father of Tupac Shakur. Nobody can ever take that shit away. There's only one of me. And whatever you want to believe, you believe. As long as he knew, that's what makes me keep ticking, keep going. You understand?
Absolutely.
As long as he knew.
Absolutely.
And he knew. So